what's fake. Love is real, truth is real, death is real. Peace is real, freedom is real, justice is real, it's real. That place over there in what they call in the Middle East of whatever, and see from me now you tell you what your east is. Pretty much is where you face front. West is your asshole. It's out your back. But they calling it the Middle East. They saying that is real. That is not real. But yeah, they're formulating a way to get you off your lands universally. Yeah, the final frontier. Get you off your lands. They doing it. China owns this motherfucker as far as real estate is concerned. That's why you can't say shit against them. Because they bought up all of the de facto. All of the de facto real estate which resides, oddly and ironically, and they know it, truthfully enough, in the largest, most illustrious state of the universe, which is yours, as the Lord of the earth. It's all yours. Yeah. The Papa Bull came and said he's the Lord of the earth and he's usurped your shit. But he didn't do it with his word. He didn't do it with no spooky shit. He didn't do it with no God neither. Nah, he came and they did it with the motherfucking Inquisition. The most uncivilized shit that ever occurred amongst humans. That's how they did it. The Papal Church. But then, you know, the motherfucking royalty got mad because they knew the fraud was going on the land. So King James tried to come up with he thou must protest. You know, they know it's a motherfucking game on a chessboard. But that's between those two so-called powers. They only derive their power from what they get from us. But anyway, back to my point was wrong. Do this shit no more because you got to get less and want more. What's real and what's not. You're going to disseminate from the real and the fake. First of all, motherfuckers out here in uniform and don't even know it. And that's real. Your uniform is your melanin. That's real. That's truth. That's not fake. That's your uniform. But we don't detect it at all times. And why? Because we've had these blinders put on us by whom? Ourselves. At the behest of whom? The parasite, the foreigner, the motherfucker on your land, the de facto, acting like it's his. Yeah, that's the uniform, and that's a real thing. But most folks would not want to care to say that correctly. They're going to come out their mouth and bend it toward the will of their motherfucking oppressor, right? And call what they are what they're not. Anyway, so that's fake. Father's Day, real in a motherfucker, and this is a real one for me, so I'm enjoying it. Birthday, real in a motherfucker. However, these anniversaries of your birthday, fugazi than a fuck. You was born one time, one moment in time. That is what you, your Stargate, and whence you came know. Now you can commemorate, document, chronicle the events of another, what we call a year, which is unique to us as these human beings on this in this earthly realm. It ain't nothing but chronicling another dive around the solar system, the sun that we own. You was born once. Your daddy and your mama was there, and so was you, and that's it. And your God, and that's it. Everything after that, it ain't a birthday. What else is false? Most false shit I heard. June motherfucking 10th. Shame on you. 14th Amendment slave motherfuckers. Going along with this proclamation. Going along with the way with the trauma that true black motherfucker telling you that you are that true black, true nigga. And this is the true black, the true nigga, the true slave telling you this shit. Since 1500s. You go with this shit. But you really gonna commemorate it and show your ignorance by making it a political theater that it is. Juneteenth is a fucking promise given you by a motherfucker that don't have a compromise. He don't share your morals. So a promise to him is words. Basically, curses. Yeah, curses, because it's 180 degrees from what the fuck he actually means when he speaks this shit into existence. So it's his blessing. His word is his blessing when it's a lie. It is your curse when you take it and you choose to shape it into a belief or even worse, a belief system that your ass actually got rights from a white man standing up, a true nigga, true slave, true troglodyte, and foreign on your land, de facto standing up and saying that you now have limited rights and no liability, or you have limited rights and fucking whatever it is. Do that emancipation process. That's all they did was still say the shit. It's not law. Motherfuckers in the border states do it because they still slaves. Like, how the fuck you freed everybody past Tennessee, but I'm up in here in Memphis and I'm still a slizzy? Oh, because it really wasn't no law. It was just something I said to agitate the fucking South. But you want to celebrate this shit and act like this is something that we can check off the Biden Kamala administration that they did for so-called 14th, 15th, 13th Amendments, subject citizens, wards, slaves, chattel property, or contract slaves. That's what the fuck you are. All of us are that after 1933, but specifically to those who would call themselves black and not go on the Aboriginal Dawes rolls. Okay, you can stay on the land that you've been on for your whole life, but you gotta say you something you're not, so that I can get all the oil about this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So they put it in paperwork to lock you into the mechanism. That's what their paperwork is for. They already got you playing in their motherfucking lexicon. You fuck around and think in their lexicon, you are a zombie. I don't give a fuck what your education level is, what slot they've given you, how much of a yard that they have fenced off of their own backyard that they gave to you to play in with people that they like you playing in it. That's called a leash, you pet motherfucker. You mascot ass nigga gallery motherfuckers. Yeah, celebrating Juneteenth. You should be ashamed of yourself. But I'm not going to denigrate and make you my enemy. I'm just going to keep doing what God put on me to do. Smile, 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 and give them force within of knowledge, which is not a belief nor a belief system. You got to believe it, but with knowledge, it don't give a fuck if you believe it or not. It would help you. You would gain wisdom and you would thrive in these three dimensions that the laws govern. But some motherfuckers is irrational and they don't want to fuck with it. They'd rather go with a belief, which is some shit that they didn't have to cultivate. It was forced down their throat, and you either accept, reject. Don't even rebuttal. You don't even rebut the belief. You just accept or reject. Knowledge, 720 degrees from that belief bullshit. If your ass still in that, hey, I don't know what we can do for you, and I'm not going to make you my enemy. But even some of you, I'm not even going to waste time trying to properly educate or put on with the information, because you don't hold it dear, and there's nothing that you're going to form a habit. You're not going to do the due diligence of cultivating the information and then making your own. You're going to say, this crazy light-skinned motherfucker with his hair all over the place, he kind of old, he had told me this shit. And when you want to hear it, I'll call him and he'll tell you this shit. Basically worshiping the cult of personality or hating the cult of personality, which is what your fucking slave driver has taught you well to do. Right? Don't read, even though it's no longer legal to do it. Don't read. Just a white man will sit up and tell the events that other white men did in history, so-called, and if the motherfucking party line falls down and all that stand up agree, then that's the story that passes over to the annals of his story. Now they tell you how they did the Tulsa massacres and shit like that. Alright, yeah. They just had it out with you because you black. Nah, man, they been prospecting your land. They been understanding the trace minerals up underneath your shit. This place wasn't nothing without the land that they got in the fucking, well, the Louisiana person and all of that shit, but after they done got all these contract slaves not worried about what's under the soil, now they can prospect and mine it and dig it for what it is, when all of the fucking lands of the earth belong to the Moabites, to the illustrious motherfuckers, to the illustrious Moorish Empire. All of the lands of the earth, as the landowner, as the Lord of the earth and the universe, the lawgiver to it, are mine. Are mine. And you can say, oh, this is not a correct claim. Okay. In your court. In your school of thought, your miseducation of thought, perhaps. No. But I'm going to press the issue. And and I'm gonna tie your shit up. Cause it's not your shit, it's my shit. And if more of us come to do this, me and motherfuckers get to know law, then this is how you have power. Because law governs all of this. And I'm not talking about the colorful shit they gotta put on paper. Like how they usurp you. That don't govern you unless you consent to that shit. By sitting here saying black and all of this, happy birthday, motherfucking Juneteenth. That's what you consenting to as a 14. Contracted slave. Grown adult acting like a fucking minority out here. You can't have, you know, a perfected claim to your own goddamn spirituality, your own motherfucking life, man, your next breath. You believe it coming from something outside of you. But yeah, that's way too motherfucking long. What's real and what's fake? Well, shit. Tell me. Actually, your birthday is some fake shit. Get over it. Get out here and get industrious, man. It's another motherfucking 24. It's another motherfucking 24. Yeah, what's real? You was born once. That's the real deal. You never gonna, yeah, that's it. You come out of the ether, out of your Stargate, into this motherfucker one sign. Yeah, and you scared, so you keep on reflecting on the shit when somebody tell you to do it. How the fuck you know a year is 365 days? You don't. Somebody tell you, so you believe that shit, right? So what the fuck is you commemorating this shit? Is you the tip of the spirit of the spaceship flying through space, chronicling the motherfucking solar miles in the time and space? No, you ain't. Somebody put it in a book and wrote it down and told your ass in a fucking personality contest. Oh yeah, it's this, the Gregorian calendar. Who the fuck is Greg? The Julian calendar. Who the fuck are they? I don't know nobody in my family named that. Oh no, my father named Greg. But this is how they get you in the mechanism. They get you speaking, they strip you of your language, give you theirs. They strip you of your gods, give you theirs. They strip you of your laws, give you theirs. And some of us was giving that shit up. They didn't, because they not even big enough to strip. A parasite can't run the animal. They got to fucking make the animal negotiate to keep it there. To keep it there. The animal ain't at risk of losing life, so it don't see no problem with letting a motherfucker bum a ride. And that's what they did. They didn't have you think that they did this shit by force. Yeah. The Spanish conquistadors, the motherfucking Inquisition was by force. That was in fight. They was getting that shit in line to take it on the road. They was figuring out how they was gonna take over everybody else's lands, and they in fighting with that Inquisition. Under which motherfucking symbol is it gonna be under? That really wasn't for us. Until they came and they met them Arabs, and them Arabs pushed their ass back. And then they said, hey, infidels can have that. And that's what they called them. Because they wasn't finna clash with them other motherfucking savages. All of them were savages. Hybridized European motherfucking savages. Dictating the laws of the lands, which we are the lords of. So, did they come and snatch the shit? No, they trickery. They over a period of time, did what they had to do. And they used us to sell the ones that was staunch supporters of us out. Anyway, we don't need to keep doing the history class, the history lesson, because we're going to get a different spiel depending on which one of them crackers stood up and told you the lizard. Just know it's a fucking lizard. Understand I said no, and not please believe, and not do believe what you know. But I'm not saying believe it was a lie. I'm saying no. Do you need to have it dispelled? If you're one of them people that is critical thinking, go back and do the work and dispel it yourself. Dispel it yourself. But let me tell y'all something. You not dispelling this shit. Talking about motherfucking Juneteenth and thanks to Biden and Kamala Harris for that. Man, you going backwards, but you already going backwards. Lord of the races, Lord of the fucking universe, God, true and living God in the flesh, the presence of it for real. I ain't gotta go through no other nothing, it's me. Oh own shit, because then now that's responsibility. Yeah, they don't teach that one in nobody's class. They teach you how to be read just enough to take orders from a motherfucker that is responsible and responsible for you. And they put shit in place, bureaucracy, the mechanism in place to protect his liability and responsibility over your ward ass. You either EIN, motherfucker, or you a SSN, Jack. Even when you a EIN, you's a corporate fucking slave. But you can own that motherfucker. Excuse me. You can control that motherfucker, if not own it. You see what I'm saying? So you can, in effect, be your own motherfucking slave owner or agency to your slave. Principal to the agency, agency to the principal, however you want to go. You have a perfected claim on the walking flesh that is you, and the dead corpse that is represented, or that represents it, in matters of law, in matters of commerce. Yeah, you can correct your motherfucking commercial status for the record, on the record. And Juneteenth is not doing that for you. So that's the false, that's the fake. And I had to get on here and do it. And I don't know shit, but I know what I know before I speak it. That's what we do. Divine National Movement of Free Thinking Boys, you must think. Yeah, buddy. You gotta study to think. First you must study, then you must think. After you have done ample study and great thinking and cultivated what it is you have studied, you will arrive at a conclusion of knowledge that can be used and cultivated into wisdom, giving you belief in it. Yeah, and that's how we do it. But so before I build on shit, opening my mouth is a form of building, because it all takes place in the workshop of the mind first, and it is manifested forward. Now, if you allowing swine to define what the fuck your workshop of your mind is, well, you already know what the outcome of what you're gonna get is. It's gonna be the fruit from the same motherfucking tree. So you gotta get up out of that. Now, I'm up out of that, and anyone talking about Juneteenth, you're backwards. You're under the corporate slave de facto, and you believe it to be your reality. You see what I'm saying? Even spiritually, which you don't have no shackles on. You got free motherfucking will. You also got it on your land until you don't press the motherfucker that's on your land. You pressing motherfuckers like me that's saying it's your land. Juneteenth. Yeah, that's what you gonna say they gave you. That's what he did for you. That's what Biden, that was his executive order. And an executive order ain't law. So nothing about that shit is law. It's still not a lawful fucking holiday. It's a federal holiday, and we know that the federal is de facto. The Fed is de facto. That's why they say National American League. It's de facto. The federal. They borrowed your fucking land. They stole every trace mineral up underneath it. That was the whole reason they came to Tulsa and moved them motherfucking niggas. Moors, affluent adults, acting as such in their full capacity, competent on their lands, doing commerce, being and remaining industrious. They moved that shit. They uploaded the people up off of that land. And they didn't even need to do the shit civilly like they did to the civilized tribe. Why? Because you took the motherfucking Monica Black. You took a dead status. So that's a brand new frontier. They keep doing this shit every 40 years on you, calling the shit gentrification. You don't have no fucking rights, sport teams. You are a corporate entity, a dead fucking corpse. Nigga, I can trample on your ass. And nothing will come of it because you have no nation behind you. You have no rights that I'm recognized, that I'm fucking recognized, that I'm bound to recognize. Dred Scott, fuck you. They reconstructed your ass out of a slave status to a corporate slave status, to a goddamn contracted slave status. And a lot of us is cool with that, and we want to make reverence to that, and that sickens me. It truly sickens me because it just shows that a lot of us are people conscious of the fact of reality are living in reality that's and thinking falsely, correctly, or wrong that they're right. Right? Giving subsistence in being told that you're right. Or they give one of you 10% of a little more subsistence to hold the rest of these motherfuckers in bondage on a smaller piece of land, smaller yard. So I speak in the parable because I don't have a book available because I got a life, right? But I've cultivated that image, I've cultivated that knowledge that I've gotten from these lesser read media materials, we'll just call them that, or resource materials, lesser known about resource materials, and I've come to make it my own, so I can give it sight on sight. You understand? I can give it sight on sight. I'm not really worried about the paperwork because my ancestors got all the paperwork and all the work that motherfucking cracker needs. He don't need shit because he don't grant me shit. I grant him through my grace. He knows this. This is why you ever go anywhere out. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into that. It's 21 minutes, way too fucking much. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Juneteenth. Peace to all the motherfucking other fathers. Peace to all the good fathers. What's up? Even the ones that ain't doing it, they have presence is invaluable. Everybody's just lame. Don't let nobody affect this shit from that. Read it. Spend the niggas that I know that's taking care of their kids and their heirs. That's what we have to do. And then it'll be less critiquing or forgiveness in your home. We don't gotta go hard on the people closest to us to the point they don't like us. Fuck that. There's gotta be some fun and some good shit, some camaraderie building in this family. We gotta do this. This is the father is the one responsible for making everybody better because of his presence. And if you're not doing that, figure it out. Hey, breathe. Sit your ass down and meditate. Why you ain't getting that life? Why you don't know you getting that shit on what you getting? That's right. Juneteenth shit, that birthday with holiday dumb shit too. It's another fucking day. Really. I mourned the day my children came into this bitch. I got a brother into this pretty bitch. On you asshole. That's why I do this shit. Because I don't want my kids running into you motherfuckers out there. Simple. Fuck y'all. But get your shit in order, man. Help me get my shit in order. That's what we do. Don't bring your dumb ass kids around mine until they know a little bit of the shit that we pumping. And it ain't none of the fucking books that you readily take your fucking kids to their school to miseducate. Anyway, now I'm rambling. I ain't did this shit in a minute. But that birthday shit, get off that shit, man. Mourn when you bring the motherfuckers in. You want to party, give a motherfucker these flowers daily, every minute. Call your daddy. Tell them you love them. Call your mama. Check on their ass. Be there. Give them their flowers daily. Tell them how what they taught you, how it made you feel. Tell them to give them their eulogy now, motherfucker. Like the King and goddamn it, Coming to America too. I want my shit now. Celebrate my ass at the funeral, not the birth. And if you want to commemorate the day that I graduated out this motherfucker to the next, that's what you commemorate. Give me 365 days after that. Another rotation, another dive around the sun. When I left this form and went back to the form I came from. That's the celebration. That's an ascension. This other shit, I'm mourning that shit because I got to teach him how to fucking be a goddamn creature. The lowest form. Well, the highest form of creature, but the lowest form. Y'all know what I'm talking about unless you got a little bit too much of that other shit in you. Which can't never know what the fuck I'm talking about, but has to believe through symbols and signs that we gave them and they pervert and try to encapsulate us in our own shit. Ain't that a bitch? But some of us know this shit and to be high level with it and know how to finesse out of it, because it ain't even nothing to finesse out of other than your fucking mind. You gotta get your mind state correct. Not the Illinois state. Get your mind state correct. Get your university correct. Not the Chicago city correct. Your university correct. Correct, check. All that shit is fake and fugazi. I am not fucking 45. I am, will never die. I am that have always been and always shall be. There you go. That's the great I am. And that's me. So you want to reduce that shit to a status and say that it's an age based on what? You talking about Zudikaias? If you talking about Zudikaias, then you really don't even know the time of day that we in right now. Okay? Because you talking about week 2021, that ain't the right motherfucking time to come according to Zudikaias or the Zodiac, which is my shit. My people's science, you know, we birthed that. Yeah, we didn't birth that, but we just had to bring it in physical form, simple form, so these dumb motherfucking neophytes can recognize and relate and find a way to civilize you savage motherfucking beasts. They would never know what it is, I'm telling you. They have to believe it's something that you never. But a lot of us, we can't even get, it's in your conscious record in your DNA when you see it. But you've been so inundated with that other motherfucking mind that you can't even accept it or even believe what is true about yourself. But yeah, so that's it, man. If you celebrate